Plaintiff Stephen Calcavecchia says 2 months after he started dating the defendant, she became pregnant. Stephen admits that he was spooked at first, but they tried to make it work until the defendant went through his phone, realized he was cheating, and kicked him out. Stephen suing his ex for unreturned property and an electric bill. Defendant Krista Ivanyu says when she told Stephen that she was pregnant, he claimed that she was trying to trap him, and then he disappeared. Krista claims they eventually reconciled during her third trimester, but their relationship deteriorated due to Stephen's severe OCD. She's countersuing for a traffic ticket.
All rise. This court is now in session. The Honorable Judge Greg Mathis presiding. You may now be seated.
Start with you.
Okay, well, Your Honor, when we first started dating, I really didn't know what I wanted. I just got out of a 4-year relationship, and I tried to end it because it was moving a little too fast. Next thing you know, within a month or two, she was pregnant. And I admit I got a little spooked out at that at first because I wasn't sure that the baby was mine. I went through a whole thing. I was actually abstinent for 5 months after that.
Well, she was already pregnant, so why were you abstinent?
Well,
after?
because it kind of spooked me. It was my first baby, so I kind of, you know.
Okay, so
it kind of spooked me out. I wasn't sure, you know, it was all new to me.
Okay.
So anyway, after a while, I decided to man up and, you know, to be with her and raise our child together. I wanted to give like a good 2 or 3 years because it was important for me. I didn't want my child to come from a broken home because I come from a broken home. So I wanted to do the right thing. But after a while, it just became evident we were two different people. And we were living together, and it just wasn't working because we're different. We have different parenting styles. She's like very strict and regimented. I'm more, you know, laid back and kind of like cool dad type thing. You know what I mean? So anyway, one day I was in the shower. This was in March of 2016, and she went through my phone, which, you know, nobody was allowed to go through my phone because I have OCD really bad. So, you know, I have to clean. If somebody touches my stuff, I have to actually clean it. I actually have my Purell bottle right here. I use it, you know, I can't live without it basically, you know, I can't. So anyway, after that, all hell broke loose, and she changed the locks on me, and basically I moved out, and she got this PFA on me, which I never heard of a PFA. So when I signed it, I had no idea what I was signing. That was my fault because, you know, it was all new to me. I had no idea what I was signing, that I was evicting myself from the house. And the way the lady explained it to me, it was kind of like, well, I can see the kids. So I was just, that's all I heard at that point. So I was happy about that. And I didn't even know what I was signing. I didn't realize till a week later what I had signed.
Get some background from you, ma'am.
Yes, we met at a karaoke bar. He was the karaoke DJ. I had an interest in him. I talked with him. He had a girlfriend at the time. So we just stayed friends. He then told me that they weren't together anymore. So we did see each other for a short amount of time. In that time, I did get pregnant. I wasn't seeing anybody else. When I told him that I was pregnant, at first he was very excited. And then all of a sudden it was like a switcheroo. He was calling me white trash, a whore, saying that I was trapping him. So I said, listen, I can do this pregnancy on my own. Leave me alone, I'll see if the baby's born. Third trimester, a friend of mine ran into him, and he was very sincere. So I met with him, and we did talk, and I felt to give him a shot. So we did try after the baby was born to live together. That's when it got tough with the OCD with him, as well as me trying to get everything else done.
What was he doing? What type of things?
Well, with the OCD, there were disinfectant sprays all over the house, sanitizer bottles all over the house, Clorox wipes all over the house. Yep. It was all right at first because my son was about like 3 or 4, so I was able to maintain my son. But when our daughter got older, the concern was that she would reach for the stuff, and I had concerns about that. So that's part of how I started to get more regimen than usual. I'm usually a fun, laid-back mom, but he had a hard time sleeping, so he would sleep all day during the day. So I had to keep the kids quiet or he'd get upset, and he'd wake up and he'd be upset. I wanted to go back to work. That was an issue. He has a hard time, I guess it would be towards the OCD, changing diapers. So when I went to work, when I finally argued to go back to work, he would contact me, I gotta change your diaper. Oh my goodness, I gotta change your diaper. We live in a city. There's mice and bugs everywhere. cat caught a mouse.
What's
He
it,
actually,
New York?
Yeah, not run over
well,
with
Philadelphia. He actually contacted me while I was at work, working with a client. I had to sneak out of my job, come home, and pick up a mouse body. I swear that is the
Your
truth.
Honor, could I say something?
Yeah.
That was the whole red flag for me in the first place, was when I first met her, people told me, don't go in that house. I mean, there was roaches coming out of the dog bowl and everything. I can't live with that. I can't even look at a roach, you know what I mean? With the little antlers going back, I can't even look at it. And they were climbing.
That's not right, because you knew I was recovering from a broken leg.
That's bull.
No, not bull. You want to see the scars? I can show you the scars. They're still there.
I know they're there. I know.
Yeah.
All right. How does she owe you for property? What happened?
Well, on the day I was supposed to get my stuff, I got everything out except for the 4K TV because I had my uncle's truck and it was raining that day. So she said in front of the police officer that she would hold it for me until I needed it. Now, honestly, I never had the room for it, so I said, okay, kind of keep it there until I need it. I need a specific TV because of my OCD, because that's some of the stuff that brings my anxiety down, like playing video games and stuff like that. So I need a certain, once I had a 4K TV, that's what I need. I need the stand, I need the exact TV. You know what I mean? And I bought it. I have the receipts. I have for the stand. I have for the TV.
What happened when you went to retrieve it?
Well, every time I brought it up, after about 6 months, she started saying, well, you're going to have to take me to small claims court. You're going to have
Why
to...
did it take 6 months for you to bring it up?
Because honestly, I had nowhere to put it.
So you left it there. Did she ever tell you to come and get it prior to that 6 months?
No, she didn't. And every time I brought it up after that, she gave me resistance on it.
Let me hear from you, ma'am.
Hey, well, first off, the TVs to the kids were given by his mother to the kids. So that's one.
That's
He didn't buy the
completely a lie.
TVs. Anyway, there is a PFA. Things did get physical once in our relationship. I wasn't willing to take the chance. He had another bed to lay his head out. Yes, I did lock him out. I didn't want conflict. I can't stand conflict. So he did agree to sign the restraining order.
See it, please.
On the restraining order, it gives the date March 14th, which was raining. The cops gave him a week after that to get the TV out.
Is that on here?
No, and the cops did not even document anything. I do have a witness statement.
There was no time frame.
Who was the witness?
My girlfriend, Mickey, she was a witness to everything. I do have her statement to support that.
Your Honor, she's an 85-year-old woman that she lets watch my daughter, my 4-year-old daughter.
She does not watch them.
Yeah, okay.
And that's not the
She's
issue.
probably watching her right now.
That's not the issue.
I hope to be 84 one day.
You look good.
I say I hope to be 84 one day.
You look 35 to me.
You look good. Like I look good for 84. That's the way I interpret that. All right, and so why hasn't he gotten his property back? Let's just start there.
Okay, what happened was he didn't come that week. I then said to him, I gave him a second chance and said, listen, if you pay the red light ticket you got driving my car to work, which was now I ended up paying $178, you can take the $2,000 TV that I helped you look for.
Otherwise, you wouldn't give it to him.
Otherwise, otherwise it goes to your daughter. That's the way I looked at it.
I remember getting that ticket. We shared that car. Anytime something went wrong.
What's the electric bill for?
The electric bill, I left it on in good faith because my daughter was there and she had asked me in front of the police officer because I told her, look, I'm leaving. Wherever I go, I got to pay the electric. So she said, okay, you know what? Please leave it on and I'll pay it every month. So I trusted her and she ran the bill up in my name and I have to get my own place and put the electric in my name. And I can't pay $600 and something. I don't work. I work once or
So you
twice a
have
week.
to pay that off before you can get lights in your name?
Yes. And that's
All
the whole
right,
reason.
answer the electric bill.
Oh, the electric bill. Well, yes, I did fall a little behind on the bill when they turned around.
And it's in his name?
It wasn't his name, yes. And in Philadelphia, they have to where you can have more than one. You could choose a different company outside of the primary company. Mm-hmm. And they got me good.
Well, that's what you're going to have to go with. Go ahead.
Right. Well, that's what I chose to change to after this whole crazy thing. I signed up for 2 different companies and didn't realize it. So
well,
there
he
was a
can't go to
mix-up in the
neither
bill.
company now then.
Well,
You
no,
signed
it's
up
only
with
one.
2 companies?
Yes.
only one.
No, you can get a different supplier. I signed up with 2 different suppliers and didn't know it. But you didn't give me a chance to explain that. So when the bill came, it went from $12 to $50 to $400 in 1 week. Mind you, I was helping a girlfriend move. I'm on the phone with Pico 10 times telling everybody to stop calling me. I set up a payment arrangement. Before I could pay the payment arrangement, we went to court and he decided to state to that judge that he shut the electricity off.
All right,
I wouldn't
but you
have
didn't
even
pay
known.
this bill.
No,
Your
I did
counterclaim
not.
for traffic ticket is for what?
The traffic ticket was because I said, pay this ticket. I was home with the kids. There's a
Did he
date
get
and
it?
address.
He got the ticket?
I have it all right
I don't
here.
even remember.
It says his name?
No, because
it's
the
in her
car's in
name.
my name.
I don't even remember getting that ticket. To
And
be
here's
honest
the
with you,
text
Your Honor.
messages
If
from
I
his
was,
sister.
I'd say it.
Saying
Because
what?
where I'm asking her to remind him he needed to pay it, there's actually a message in here where he said he doesn't have it
Oh,
this
right.
week.
Okay.
I said, well, I would have assumed he would have remembered to
But that's
have
not-
that money aside.
Because you were asking for something stupid.
All
of
right,
course
I
I'm gonna
believe
say
your
that.
sister. So I'm going to grant you the traffic ticket, but you have a bigger problem, ma'am. Your traffic ticket 178 is your judgment. The problem you have is that old traffic ticket did you in. You told him that you would not give him his property unless he paid the traffic ticket.
But I paid the ticket.
You withheld his property illegally. You would have to have done what you're doing today, sue him. You can't withhold somebody's property for a different debt. Unless he said, you can hold my property, and if he doesn't pay it, then you keep it. But in this case, he came for his property, and by your own admission, you told him, nope, you can't have it until you pay a ticket. Which has nothing to do with. So I'm going to grant his judgment, $3,078. Your claim is granted, and
you.
so is yours. Have a good day.
Every day is a lesson learned. Learn something new every day. I felt I was doing the right thing for my kids. He just kept pulling, like stretching it out longer and longer and trying to get the TV or whatever the situation was. I'm happy with what the judge had to say. I hope to God that this is the end of the drama in my world. I am so excited to look forward to moving on and being with the kids.
I think justice was served today. I got what I came for, and I don't have to deal with her twisting and manipulation anymore, because that's all she does, that's all she's good for. And hopefully she goes home and she becomes a better mother and doesn't let any stray people around my child like she usually does.